I went out and bought a PlayStation 5 Pro because, as a console gamer, I say it all the time, if you're offering me the best place to play every single game on console, I'm probably going to buy that place and live there. Phil Spencer, just this generation, said, do you remember this when he said Xbox should be about power? It's kind of strange to me then that even Xbox's first-party games don't look the best and don't play the best. On the Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series S now, they play the best on the PlayStation 5, which is incredibly strange to me as somebody who grew up an original Xbox fan. When the Xbox 360 came out, it literally pulled me away from that PlayStation hold with all of the great games, the introduction of series like Mass Effect and BioShock. So I thought back to the original Xbox. And when you purchased Doom 3 on the original Xbox, you knew that you had something that was absolutely incredible on console. So I went back. Everyone's jumping up and down now about Doom the Dark Ages, and I think it's an okay game, but I thought about Doom 3 and all the things that I already talked about power and about the original Xbox, and how strange it is that now the Xbox isn't the best place to play, even Microsoft's own first-party games. And I went back to check out Doom 3, and boy, is this nostalgic. Now, right off the bat, I like this version of Doom the best. Even, the 3 games that they rebooted the series up to the Dark Ages, I think they're fine, they're good games. But I like the horror aspect, the hardcore horror aspect of Doom. And I really like the claustrophobic feel of these corridors, the dark, the play with light and darkness, all of that stuff that you were just blown away by having the most powerful console in that generation, the original Xbox. Now look, I'm aware, and if you're not, let me help you, the most powerful system in any generation ever never won a generation. It's always about developers. It's always about attracting those developers to your platform. And traditionally, and still to this day, the way to do that is to get your hardware in as many hands as possible. It's why when I hear things like, we're not in the business of out-consoling Sony or Nintendo, I scratch my head, because if you want people to engage with your subscription services, if you want people to engage with your cloud, if you want people to engage in general, you can't cut off your nose to spite your face. You have to sell the console. You have to make it attractive. And when you take away your games and put them everywhere else, maybe in some distant future, that's a great idea. But I know another idea that isn't really great, and that's making those games look better and play better on someone else's hardware, handing them that advantage. Going back and playing through Doom, man, I remember purchasing the original Xbox. And I knew it wasn't a popular system. I knew the PlayStation 2 had the creators, and there were some amazing things that had no business running on a PlayStation 2 that were created for that system. But the games that took advantage of the Xbox, the original Xbox, when you played them, you knew that nobody was going to have a version of this game the way you did on your original Xbox. It just was not possible. And as I play through this, even now, it's 2025. Of course, this looks dated. But for me, I can watch this, I can play this, I can experience this again today and remember when the Xbox was king when it came to giving a user, a console gamer, the greatest experience they can possibly have. And by the way, folks, even today, one of the greatest advantage Xbox still has is the ability to go back and play these games. The entire PlayStation 3 generation is lost to Sony. They don't care about even the great games that they created on that system. Stream them. That's their answer. And really, that's no answer. So backwards compatibility, giving you these games to play, and for free updating them, was and still is a major advantage for Xbox. It was really interesting. As I played this late last night, I just couldn't stop playing it. I remembered loading this in to the Xbox and just being blown away at the textures, at the lighting, at the character, the facial animations. Even now when you look at them, you kind of laugh. But back then, This was high end, man. This was super, super high end. I mean, even PCs, this was the crisis of its day. People were going out building PCs to play Doom 3, and the console port was thought to be impossible, and yet I believe it even ran better on the original Xbox. And as I play this, I'm thinking back to those times when, yes, the PlayStation 2 outsold everybody, but that original Xbox and the games that were created for it, and just the strategy that Microsoft had, that sort of ballsy, we're the new startup, we're more powerful, everything you play on this box, even the third-party games, they're going to look best, they're going to play best, you're going to be blown away by our hardware. And I can't for the life of me understand how we're here in 2025. I purchased a PlayStation 5 Pro to give me the exact same experience that Microsoft already figured out that I wanted way, way, way back 20 years ago. But somehow they seemed to have forgotten it, or simply just discarded it for perpetually being paid every month for games that you rent. And it doesn't even matter now if those third-party games look great and play great on the Xbox hardware. It doesn't even matter now if those first-party games look best and play best on the Xbox hardware, because they don't. They play best on the PlayStation 5 Pro. For the life of me, I cannot understand how we went from this to where we are now. Playing this game reminded me of that feeling. It reminded me of that going from the original Xbox to the Xbox 360 and all of those games that launched that really, really pushed the medium forward. When I saw BioShock for the first time on the Xbox 360, I knew I was seeing something that was absolutely incredible. And then Mass Effect, it launched with Condemned Criminal Origins. I mean, Cameo Elements of Power was incredible. And I'm just blown away by the nostalgia playing this game and just all the things that I talked about, and wondering how Microsoft gave up that advantage. I mean, talking about the Xbox 360, yes, BioShock, yes, Mass Effect, those games came to the PlayStation 3, but they looked best and played best on the Xbox 360, partly because everyone had an Xbox 360 and the developers made that their lead platform. Another benefit of pushing your hardware, not cutting off your nose to spite your face. So, Doom 3, I like it better than all the other Dooms combined. I'm playing it, I'm enjoying it, and it definitely reminded me of the better times with Xbox. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about the video, what you think about my thoughts, what you think about Doom 3 versus where Doom is today. Thanks for watching this video. Think about liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.